hurt.
Blowjobs are a no for me.
It is a skill. It is a practice skill. It is a necessary skill.
Ooh, great blowjob. The secret to a great blowjob is saliva, saliva, saliva.
It's important for us to learn from this because I think we lose because we beat ourselves.
You need to swallow it too.
I understand the problem here.
The people don't understand esophagus is the main player of the game.
Try to stay away from it as much as I can.
You can start by licking the tip.
I didn't understand it, but...
Patrick Agyemang to Bambi or a newborn giraffe or what?
All right, welcome to Straight Red Card. I guess, we're doing Instagram again, so warning to you on Instagram, it's only lasting for an hour, right? And then so you'll have to figure out a way to join us on YouTube. But, hey, welcome to Straight Red Card.
That's what I should do. I put up a little promo on Instagram saying, hey, we're going to go live on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Instagram's only an hour, so make sure you join us on YouTube afterwards. I should provide the URL in the comment section too. Should do that next time.
Probably, but if you go to YouTube and you look up the Straight Red Card, you will find us. It's not that hard.
Yeah, and I had another thing. I had a commenter on our last live stream saying, "Hey, get with the times. Where are the timestamps?" And I'm like, man, I've been so good doing those, especially on our recorded shows, that I completely spaced doing our live streams. So I'm a pad of paper over here, and I got a pencil, and I'm ready to keep tabs on the minute so I can add those timestamps pretty quickly.
Timestamps? No kidding. All right.
It's simple. It's all you have to do is put the time that you want the timestamp to start in the comment section. And then just next one, the next one, the next one, and it does it automatically. Shows it up. Boop.
Nice. Okay. All right. Well, that'll be cool. Not sure we've done that before. All right.
It sounded like a boomer just talking about that right there.
I know.
It's so easy.
It's so easy. A toddler could do it. So, yeah, we're going to cover a bunch of things today, including the Pepi thing and why that didn't go through. Although I did text Brett last night and I said, make sure you're ready tomorrow because I'm not sure this thing's going through. And it didn't. So we'll get into that. Also, Poch telling Weah to shut his pie hole, which is essentially what he did. We'll get into that as well. Seems like there's two very different camps here with my cousin and Lawless on one side, I think, and then everybody else on the other side. My cousin being Carly Lloyd. I'm pretty sure we're related. I haven't really gone into the family tree to make sure. She just looks like a lot of my other aunts and uncles, like really close. So
I'll be providing the devil's advocate approach on this one. So,
will you? Okay, that's good. I love it when we don't agree.
Well, I'm not saying we don't agree, Derek. I'm just playing the devil's advocate here.
No, that's true. But sometimes when you play devil's advocate, it's because you kind of agree with the devil. You know what I mean? A little, just a little.
Okay, no, I agree. I'll say this much: I agree with one side more than the other.
Okay, fair enough. By the way, when I was doing research over the weekend, I don't know if you get this too. You get the commercials that come on and they say, "Are you tired of jerking off alone?" I'm like, no, that's the whole point of this. What? Why am I? What? I want people to accidentally walk through the door. I'm going to go back to when I had kids and a wife, and you kind of had to jerk it and one of those nervous jerks. You're like, oh shit, someone's coming home. Oh no, no, that's the whole point of that. Tired of jerking off alone? No, I'm not. That's the whole point of jerking off. You're alone. And it's like one of those, as Chappelle once said, or was it, might have been somebody else. It's one of those non-nervous ones. So
that whole topic reminded me of what I spent a good chunk of my morning today. And I'm going to bring it up later, but there's a topic about some former players getting together and having a nice little dinner and stuff like that. We'll get into that in a second. But I had to go back through our interview with Winalda.
Yeah.
Trying to find out where I remember him saying, hey, between him and Hark's water under the bridge.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it in the show. But I was fast forwarding 5 seconds at a time. Maybe I just missed it. But I had to go back and found it on his. I've actually found it on his timeline on Twitter, which is back in 2015 is when he posted it.
Yeah.
But
we were pretty clear that was water under the bridge when he came on the show.
So I was scrolling through the show, and then all of a sudden I came across the point where you're like, who the my doorbell or my door somebody knocked on your doorbell rang or whatever, and you're like, what the hell? Who's here? And you had to get up and go, and I go like, tell her to come back later, Derek. So maybe that day you were done with doing the solo researching, and you invited somebody over, and she came over early.
No, perfectly fine with the solo researching. I mean,
before we go too far, I want to get rid of this chat real quick because hey, so Mr. Sladen.
Okay. First live stream in a year. Normally I have to catch up later. Wow. Well, welcome. Yeah, the live stuff's always, you just never know what's going to happen. One of us could completely lose our minds live on well, I guess it's be Twitter, YouTube, and now Instagram. It's probably not going to happen. You know, we occasionally go nuts, but not really losing our mind nuts. So we'll see how that goes. But anyhow, yeah, no, that's the whole point, is that you want to be alone, and that's a solo activity. And if it's not, and it doesn't have to be, then it's it's pleasuring one another, right? Yep. So and I mentioned this many times here, I had a great run, people. I'm done. I don't want a relationship. I don't want to get married. I am loving flying solo here, and it's absolutely fabulous. I've always been a little bit of a loner anyhow, a lone wolf, if you will. I just was never allowed to actually be one since I was like in my 20s. When you're in a band and you can't be an introvert, right? And I'm like a converted introvert in the sense that I need time by myself. Like if I'm all day and I'm teaching all day, then when I get home, I don't really want to hang out with anybody or talk to anybody for the rest of the day. I mean, I got the show and that's on Mondays. I can handle that, but I love my Tuesdays and my Wednesdays when I'm all by myself. It's absolutely fabulous. Mm-hmm. Do what I want to do, watch what I want to watch, cook what I want to, and eat what I want to eat, and research what I want to research. It's wonderful. Moises says, Derek, there is some of our fans are rooting for us to get grouped just because of political disagreement. Comparing Pulley posts to Timo content is crazy. What did Pulisic post? Did I miss something?
I don't know. I just assume they're referring to his comments of liking the one guy's rec room with all the guns, and then do the Trump dance after a goal celebration. I just assume that they're doing a political commentary between the two of them type thing.
Yeah, I mean, if that's how you live your life, then that's pretty sad. Like, I'm not going to root against my team because one or two. That's like me saying, well, I don't like one or two players on the U.S. women's national team, so I'm going to root against the U.S. women's national team. No, I never did that.
There were some that did, though. Yeah.
I know, but regardless, I'm still going to root for my team. I don't have to like every single player on the team, or I don't have to like their politics. I'm sure you would, if you looked into the politics of the team and where they stood, they'd be just as divided as we are here as a country. So why would I ever poop on my team for that? I'm not going to. I'm not going to stop watching because maybe Pulisic voted for Trump. And we don't even know that just because he did the Trump dance or whatever. Or somebody else on the team voted for the other side and you don't like that. No, I'm not going to do that. We just don't get involved with that here. That's just not cool. And we're just going to move on. All right.
Real quick, Tax Brazilian Ghost says, why y'all looking at athletes for political leadership?
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's got their say, and they can say what they want to say. I'm fine with free speech. It's cool, guys.
Yeah, you can say it.
What do you want to say?
It's kind of like Ricky Gervais said at one point, though. He's like, hey, listen, you're a celebrity. If you want to talk, go ahead, but you shouldn't.
Yeah. He came out and posted that quote again because Billie Eilish had said something during the Golden Globes or Grammys or whatever thing just happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't watch that shit, and whenever that stuff pops up on my screen, I'm just like scroll.
I read it, and I'm like, well, that seems a little contrary, but okay. Listen, Believe what you want to believe. I'm fine with that. All right. Well, let's start this show.
Mr. Danny says, why did you guys stop the Thursday shows? Well, content.
Yeah, there wasn't any.
Got it, you guys. It is from November until March. It is a struggle bus to try to find enough content to split between two different shows.
Yeah.
And if we did, our Thursday show would probably be like 45 minutes to an hour long, unless we fluff the crap out of it.
Yeah, which we're fully capable of fluffing.
we can. I've got fluff now. We can talk about.
I know. I mean, I'm not going to go in any longer, but I probably could do some more, especially about porn-related items. But I'm not going to do that today because we've got plenty to cover.
You know what you do get into, Derek. Not the research. Not the research. We're done with the research.
Yeah, for now we're.
But you've been on a tirade. You've been going all over the Twitters, combing for this AI video bullshit and saying, guys, this is bullshit. This is AI. Don't be dumb. So I pulled up one because it's clearly AI. And it's not the one that we talked about earlier on Twitter by any means. But I pulled up one that's clearly AI for multiple reasons. And then I want to pull up the comment sections and just scroll through a little bit of it.
Yeah.
So, it's actually kind of comical.
Well, it is amazing how many morons are out there that don't realize what they're watching is AI still.
What are we looking at here, though?
Well, she's going to jump through the bar.
Well,
her feet are going to go through the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not real.
The way it's right now, she's almost doing like I'm the queen of the world type of thing, because her knee is literally holding herself right in that position.
Yeah.
All right. We'll go through it. There she goes. Actually, it's already through her knee right now.
I already knew it was going to be.
Pierce it. Ouch!
Right. So ridiculous.
Not only that, and people are like, oh my god. But watch what happens next to the water. Where did that person go?
And somebody else just jumped in after somebody else got gobbled. Yeah, that's a bad idea.
And disappeared.
Yeah.
It disappeared. Like, look, there they are. Whoop. They don't resurface.
Can somebody stop making these? These are so stupid.
I'm tired of my timeline. I hate it.
I hated my timeline. It's full of this. That's why, I see people commenting on it. I put, it's AI, dummy. It's AI, dummy.
All right. So Starfish says, Grok, help. I can't critically think for myself. And it's funny because here's the comment section. Underneath your post, there's your post. Underneath it, Grok, is this AI? Grok, is this video real or AI? Is this real or IA generated?
If you have to ask that, if you have to ask that, you're a fucking moron. Sorry. You're an idiot.
It's so bad, guys. Come on.
It's so obviously AI. Has a shark attack like that ever happened where a shark basically is under the water timing his leap to when she times her leap? When she jumps through the bar with her legs and her shins somehow magically go through the bar. I mean, people, come on. Oh, I hate this. I hate that this is where we're going with AI.
But here's the thing, though. It's very questionable whether or not that's AI, because here's the thing. They got video evidence of after the shark ate her, the shark came towards land. They got video evidence of that.
Okay. Yeah, this is another one of these idiots. What do you do if you woke up in the morning and this is what you saw? I go, oh, I'm watching AI. I wouldn't do fucking anything, you moron. That's what I would do. Nothing.
Truth answer, shit myself and probably be a snack for that shark. I am on land, so I feel pretty safe at this point.
That's so stupid. That's so dumb. People just are so fucking bored. It's unbelievable that they got to make these kind of crap, garbage. And the sad thing is people are clicking on it. And if they're clicking on it, they're going to keep making it.
Here's the issue. They're playing the algorithm for X to get paid by Elon.
Well,
because
Elon needs to stop this shit.
It's blue check marks that are posting this, and you look at the views and you're like, oh my god, 2.5 million for this one? Good Lord. Why are you guys so dumb? Stop it.
I mean, the fact is some people enjoy these stupid things. I can't figure out why. They make me want to just vomit. because I know there are dumb people that actually believe that it's real. So, all right.
Well,
Well,
Derek,
what else we got?
Derek, I have a video here, a cooking video. We're going to the Two Fat Foodies. We're done with AI. AI's gone. It's out of here.
Okay, good. Screw AI.
This video is brought to us by Grant Turberville.
Grant!
Good friend of the show. He posted. He does all of our videos for the countdowns. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Grant.
He goes, I think I know the real reason why Pulisic left England for Italy. Okay. All right. Let me share with audio here. Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Spaghetti bolognese.
Oh, bolognese, very nice.
Instead of frying the mince, I'm going to boil it.
Oh my God.
With the...
Oh my God. What is this woman doing?
Like that.
I'm with the old ladies here.
It's looking good.
Well, it's not.
That's nearly done now.
Looks like shit.
One of these spoons that I can strain it with.
Why you not straight on your head?
And then I'm just going to put it in here because we're going to add the sauce.
Oh my God. This is so
I'm really
horrible.
loving this. It's like when you have a Chinese and you get those big onions.
No, that's not what even Chinese looks like. This is
It's like when you
horrible.
order the Chinese, you get the big onion.
No, it's disgusting looking. Boil your bolognese.
Ugh.
Oh, wait. She's going to make the sauce, right? What does she use?
What do you think?
I'm guessing because she's British, because I've seen them do this, she's going to use fucking ketchup.
I'm just going to put ketchup. You got to put loads in.
Oh my God! It's worse than I thought.
And then
Even,
just give
honestly.
it a stir.
Oh my,
Stir it all around.
this is atrocious. All right, I can't watch it.
I think that's enough sauce, isn't it?
No,
No, it's not sauce. It's ketchup. It's not a sauce.
There you
It's a condiment. It's
throwing some
condiment.
American cheese on it by the look of it.
That's good.
No, it's not. It is not good. I can guarantee you that's not good.
Alex,
So
you're,
anyhow.
you're in the chat here, Alex. I saw you. Defend your people here. Defend your people, please.
Oh, that's so bad. I think he's Welsh. I don't know if Welsh people do that. So,
Is Alex Welsh? I thought Alex was. I thought it was Robin that was Welsh.
oh, I get them confused. Robin is Welsh. My bad. Yeah, sorry. All right, that was horrible and disgusting.
Ketchup is okay on fries. I still
yes.
don't even do that. A good seasoned French fry, you don't need anything with it.
Not a really good seasoned French fry.
Mm.
Pomfrets, you know, they used to put have like curry, like a curry and tomato sauce. I mean, it had a little zing and an interesting sort of flavor. When I was in Berlin, you would get the get that. But mostly, if they were good, they were good. You'd say with salt, right? That was a war crime. Absolutely. Find out where she lives, man. She needs help.
No. In Korea, they put ketchup on pizza.
I've seen that too.
We give Wes a lot of crap for ranch. Don't get me wrong. I've definitely ranched pizza before. Not my go-to, and I definitely don't need to do anything. I don't need to put anything on pizza. Period. It comes with its own toppings and sauce.
That's correct.
Why are you putting more shit on there?
I don't know. It's disgusting. All right.
Jumping back real quick, the Angry American gave us $2 super sticker, and if you want to go on YouTube to see it, go down there and take a look at it because I can't pull it up on StreamYards.
Thank you, my brother. We do appreciate it. Currywurst mit Pommel. Yes, Smaki. Yeah. All right. Do love that. I don't know. There are all kinds of things around the stadium when we went to the Olympic pools in Berlin. All these little carts people used to push around and serve things. It was awesome. I love getting like the wieners and it was awesome. I remember that. And usually we got on the way out, you know, so we'd just sit there and we'd sit on a bench and eat it. And oh wow, great times. All right, chili flakes. Yeah. Okay.
Crushed red peppers, some Parmesan, be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. She's done that all wrong. All wrong. Absolutely.
Oh no, there was nothing. I told Grant, I go, I stopped watching after she said boil the meat.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you?
You just don't do that. You just don't.
I'm sorry to say, but that sounds like very much a British thing. I'm not saying that all British people boil the meat. I'm saying stereotypically speaking here.
No offense, but I'm sure there's some people with very low cooking skills that have done something similar right here in the good old US of A.
There are plenty of people in the USA that can't cook or even boil their own meat. They can't even do that. So I'm not even going to ups a pass. I'm just saying that's when they're boiling meats. I'm like,
yeah. All right, let's move on. It's been 20 minutes of this.
that was like I think we talked about this in one of the other live streams where England chose Kansas City for their place where they're going to train for the World Cup because of the bland food, et cetera, reminds them of home. Which we argued and said, no, apparently you've never had
Kansas City barbecue
there. Come on.
It's fantastic. Yeah, it's not bad at all. All right, it's not bland, I can tell you that. Okay, people just assume Midwest shit food. Not true. Not true at all. There are great restaurants in Indianapolis. Great restaurants. All right. We got Brazilian steakhouses that are absolutely fat.
Fogo de Chao.
Awesome. Yep.
We had Barcelona Tapas.
There's the one on the 86th Street.
The Greek restaurant that's over in Fountain Square. That was really good too, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of great restaurants here in Indianapolis. All right, let's move on. Let's get to content here. Let's do it. We're 20 minutes in.
Okay. We have we talked about some celebrities earlier on in the show. We're not going to talk about those celebrities right now by any means.
No.
But I mean, we're going to talk about a certain celebrity that has apparently picked Boca as their number one team they support.
Okay.
Look at this.
Oh my God.
Willem Dafoe.
William Dafoe is a Boca. I'm sure he just went there on vacation. Somebody said, man, let's go to a Boca game. And he went. I'm sure he's having a great time. And hopefully nobody got, there was no fights or violence at the time, depending on who they play.
Let's go.
Obviously his first game.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Because they're showing him what to do, what to say. But good for William Dafoe. That guy gave away most of his money. I don't know if you know that.
No, I don't know.
Yep. He lives very, very, very like middle class. Yep.
I mean, I feel like I say this now, but if I were like win the stupid amount of lottery, like when it's like the 1.9 billion that was recently.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, if I made that, I'd be helping out these people and doing this, doing that.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'd still live in the same house. I mean, I don't need a bigger house than this.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that, but I mean, I don't know. If I had one, it wouldn't be 1.9 billion. After
your house is way big enough as it is.
Well, 700 million. Let's just say it's 700 million after all the shit that they take out of that. I'm like, I don't know. I'd keep this house, and then I'd have some other property somewhere else. That's nice.
Yeah, of course. You can buy out some other properties, but I don't want a giant mansion to take care of.
Well, that's the thing. It's the thing. I don't want a place on the beach off of an ocean or anything like that. Because here's the thing. That's not where I want to spend all my time, quite frankly.
Yeah.
I prefer to be out in the middle of nowhere where I don't have to deal with people. So give me 100 acres somewhere out in the middle of nowhere. I'll plop down a little small house in there that's big enough for me to just sleep and relax, and big ass porch, and we'll be fine.
There you go.
That's fine.
All right.
That's all I need in life.
Yep, me too.
All right. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. We're moving on to actual soccer content here, Derek.
Brett, we're not materialists. Let's just be really honest. So.
It is a material world, and I am not a material girl.
Neither am I. That's what makes us compatible. All right. Wilfred Nancy has reportedly been offered to Saint Etienne after coaching Columbus and that infamous time at Celtic. The French technician has been a free agent since the Scottish club terminated him, like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. 3? No, I said he was going to rebound to some smaller, probably second division club somewhere, and that's what's happening right now. I think the last I looked, Saint Etienne, is what you're saying? Saint Etienne?
Yeah, Saint Etienne. Now, here's the weird thing.
They were in fifth place in Ligue 2. So.
Well, why would they need him now if they're fighting for promotion? I don't understand that. But the weird thing is the way this is worded. He has been reportedly offered to Saint Etienne from
offered to. Well, okay, that too is the thing. Now, if he was offered the position, that's one thing, but he's offered to them. That's different.
Yeah, that's a sacrifice.
Maybe this is a loss in translation here, and there's just extra words added there, or maybe because those are two different meanings right there.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. The gods, we are offering you Wilfred Nancy. All right.
Offer Wilfred Nancy to you, or hey, Wilfred Nancy was offered this position. That's two different things.
Maybe he has a pimp. I don't know.
That's fair. I'm sure he does. It's called an agent, right?
I guess that is your pimp.
That's exactly what an agent is. Agent is just a legal pimp.
Pimp. Yep, I'd agree. All right. What else we got here?
Yes, the mini reunion. 1994 World Cup team in Miami met last night. What we got? Calgary, we got Jones, we got Koeman.
Right? Yep.
You sure I said that right? Burns, Harks, Balboa, Dooley, Winalda, and Friedel.
Yep.
And then Winalda, of course. He did not tag himself.
Winalda did mention the two of the guys there do not like each other, but he didn't mention exactly who. So,
well, I mean, we kind of brought this up because good friend of the show, I just got rid of it. PT 69 said, "Hey, don't Harks and Winalda hate each other?
They don't.
They don't. Yeah, and like I said, I combed through our previous interview to find it. I don't know if we mentioned it in that one or if that was behind the scene talking point or before the scene talking point. I don't know, but Winalda did say back in 2015 that it's basically water under the bridge. We're all cool, and he even was responding to all the people that were saying that exact same thing, saying, no, he's one of my best friends.
It is a little weird that John Hark still denies having sex with his ex-wife. I find that weird, but,
whatever.
Yeah, I mean.
Again, they got over it. Winalda remarried. He has 3 more children with that wife, and he's living a good life right now.
Yeah, bro.
As he said, hey, well, he didn't say this part. He said it's too life's too short to hate, basically. But it's like I quoted the scene from American History X. Hate is baggage. Life's too short.
If life is too hate to short,
life
is too short to hate. Maybe you might want to consider talking to Herc and Seb and getting that as water underneath the bridge. Although with Seb out, guns a-blazing recently, kind of hard to make up with people who are like, well, you voted for him, so you're responsible for everything he does, which is what Seb said, that's not true. I mean, my parents voted for Bush and Cheney. Are they responsible for the war in Iraq? No, they never wanted that. They were against that the whole time. Anyhow, yep.
Starfish says, life's too hate to short. Put that on a t-shirt.
Too hate to short.
That's like the birth of the t-shirt from I can't even think of his name right now. The shit happened. What happens? Oh, he goes, you stepped on shit. What happens? What shit? Life is like a box of chocolate. Why am I spacing that fucking name? Tom Hanks movie.
Well, I used to have a band member who
Forrest Gump. Thank you, Larry. Forrest Gump.
I had a band member who wore a T-shirt that said, "I have a really small dick. My balls are extremely long." Yeah.
He probably owns a Baldo.
I mean, it was a joke. I don't know if he really had a small dick, but he did have a T-shirt made, and that was kind of funny that he would wear that around.
I feel like if you're wearing that T-shirt, it's because you're poking fun at your, if you have a small dick and you're wearing a T-shirt saying you have a small dick, you're not going to wear the T-shirt. Yeah. You're wearing that T-shirt because you probably don't have a small dick.
Probably. That's what I assume. I never asked.
You're like, hey, Todd, let me see your dick. Come on, pop it out.
I want to see proof, man.
I don't believe you for a second.
He did say his balls were so long he could stick one of his testicles in his butt.
That's not a positive. In fact,
I didn't ask him if he.
Usually that doesn't affect you until you're in your 70s and 80s when they're drooping down by your knees.
Well, he grayed prematurely, so I don't know. But he did say that. I don't know if it was in jest, but it was an ongoing joke that he could stick his balls in his own asshole.
Well, it says under 9 inches isn't small. It's true. Well, I guess it depends on how under you go from 9 inches, right?
That's true.
I mean, if you go out 8 inches from 9, then yeah, it's pretty small. But
we better get to some soccer content. This show's
we've been doing soccer content. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know, but this show's going to get so hammered by YouTube. All right, what else we got?
Nah, YouTube loves us.
Oh, yeah, right.
We're
best friends.
We're their darlings, yeah.
All right, what do we got? Do not panic. Do not panic. Cap them now. Cap them now.
So the United States is going to join the battle for another Mexican-American 2010 category. Keep an eye on his next U16 call-up. This is Matt Arana?
Matt Arana. He is in the next U.S. roster. United States is going to join the battle? No, there's not a battle. There's no battle.
Ching, ching, ching.
There's no battle. It's up to Matt. Matt Arana is going to make that decision.
Yeah.
Now, how welcome does he feel on our team? How welcome does he feel on their team? And when he becomes old enough and good enough, which is the real question, which, by the way, is usually that smallest percentage that any of these U16 guys will turn out to be good enough for the men's big boy team, then we'll worry about it. Otherwise, I don't care about this debate anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I don't care.
They're dual nats will doing that, and they'll pick what they pick.
Let them pick whoever they want. I don't care. Listen, we got guys going over to the – we got what's his face going over? Ledesma. Is Ledesma good enough or even battling for a right back or right wing back spot on the U.S. men's national team right now or a midfield spot? Hell no, he's not. So if he wants to go play for Mexico, I wish him all the best unless he's playing against the United States, and I hope he has a horrible game. Simple as that.
I mean, he can be in contention when you start talking about, like, hey, we got Freeman jumping in there, and then what's after Freeman at that point? But then again, that's also after Scally, that's also after Desmond
has no chance at making this team.
Either way. Nathan Scott Walter for $2 says, hey, what's your guys' dark horse U.S. breakout player for the World Cup?
Is there a dark horse? I mean, if there is a dark horse, I'm not sure how dark it would be, but certainly somebody like a Tanner Tessman. I don't think anybody expects him to be like a star at the World Cup, but certainly he could do some amazing things if called upon to do so. Because, listen, if McKennie does great or Pulisic or Adams, that's not a shocker. That's not a dark horse or a breakout player.
My dark horse breakout player is going to be Josh Sargent.
Yeah, right. Sure.
No, seriously. Would you consider somebody a dark horse player like Reyna who doesn't consistently play for his club, but then he comes into the U.S. men's national team and he performs, but
it's not dark horse. Everybody knows who that guy is, and everybody knows he's done wonderful things for the U.S. men's national. Would it be amazing if he were healthy and at his very best and playing for his club team going into the World Cup? Sure, I suppose. That would be a little surprising if it were true. That I wouldn't call it a dark horse, though. There are other guys that could pull that off, depending if they make the teams, and Dejas or, coming off the bench, or, there are guys, Banks actually starting. That would be surprising if it happened.
I'll come back moist to that. Nathan answers his own question. He says, Robinson. Are you talking about Miles? That'd be your dark horse, Miles Robinson?
Which Robinson?
I feel like Jedi is not going to be a dark horse by any means.
Yeah, that's not a dark horse.
Everybody knows. As long as he's healthy and ready to play, he's going to be a consistent left back for us.
Yeah. Also a guy that, Liverpool are still interested in. So.
You're spoiling it. Stop it.
All right.
Some ways follows up with his comment earlier about the Pulley versus Weah comments. Apparently, Pulley sent condolences to the Charlie Kirk family. Not wrong. Yeah. Again.
Really? That's a fucking punishable offense now.
Even if you disagree with Charlie, you feel like you can at least add some degree of empathy there towards the family.
I disagree with a lot of what he said. That doesn't. I'm still not. Wasn't happy that I got to watch him die live on fucking air. I didn't send an apology, but I don't think that Pulisic sending an apology is really a political statement. There are a lot of people on both sides who felt pretty horrible about that.
Larry's got it right. Who the fuck cares what they think?
Exactly. Who cares?
They're individuals that are voicing their opinions. Let them have their free speech. Who fucking cares?
Whoa. Hey, Poch said shut the fuck up. Shut your pie hole, Brett.
Yeah.
Don't have an opinion. Don't have an opinion is what he said.
Derek. Well, yeah. I need to start focusing on the World Cup as the thing. So we'll get to that in a second.
Shut up and kick grass.
Doug Douglas for $5 says politic hip flexor injury tells me he is playing too much golf. Why isn't this a topic anywhere?
It could be.
Is that a typical golf?
Yeah, it is because you dip your hips when you're hitting that drive, man. So usually
that's probably why I haven't gotten one. Yeah, you're right.
It's a driver thing, but I mean, you could dip into it, I suppose. You know, the hips are really important in golf. There's no doubt about that. I've never had a hip flexor injury, and I play golf pretty regularly once the weather stops being shit in Indiana. But
you can go out there and play right now, right? Just make sure you use an orange ball.
But I'm too old for the hips to play that big of a role in what I'm doing anymore. You know, I just throw my big fat mammal body into the ball, and that works. I try to keep it as still as possible, though, because honestly, the more you move and jerk around hitting a golf ball, the more it just goes all over the place. So keep the body still if you're a golfer. All right, for the 100 of you already here, which is nice, 30 minutes in, make sure you like, subscribe, and share it with your grandma. And if you're on here watching through Instagram, we're like 300 plus people watching last time. I imagine many of those were Instagram people because we got a bunch of new likes or subscribes. So your show will end here shortly, less than 25 minutes. So
25 minutes, yeah.
Yep. So make sure to join us on YouTube. Okay. U.S. Stock Watch. Tillman bolsters World Cup chances. Well, is there any doubt that Tillman's not making the World Cup? And is there any doubt, Doug McIntyre, that Sargent's doesn't have a chance in hell? I mean, this is not even a discussion. Sargent has no chance at making this World Cup team unless about 5 guys get injured. He is at his shots, and he's been a failure.
Dude, so somebody had mentioned it was Samuel Cutts, I think, on Twitter. It's like, hey, it'd be interesting to see if Josh gets called up in March. And
he's not.
But I know he's not. But Soccer Dad in Cali says, that was a 0% chance that's going to happen.
Yes.
And I go, I agree, it's a 0% chance that it would happen. But wouldn't it be fun if he got called up and he scored like 2 or 3 goals just to keep his name in the conversation?
Well, first he needs to find a fucking club to play for.
I agree with you.
That's decision number 1.
Did you see the photo of him or of Norwich U21s all like waving goodbye to their coach because he was leaving or whatever, and Josh was in the picture?
Jeez.
Oh no!
Horrible. Well, that's what happens when you call your coach the day of the game and tell him you can't play because your head's all up in the transfer window.
So what? It's okay. It's okay for Weah to have an opinion, but not Sargent. Come on, Derek, be consistent.
That's not an opinion, okay? That is a team decision. You were getting paid to be there, and you didn't show. All right. So yes, Malik Tillman, after having what I would consider a number of rough games in a row where he was absent, he was on the pitch, but certainly absent as a player, has now all of a sudden caught fire and been on fire. If I had to rate him in the chili, like a gas meter for chilies, he'd be 5 out of 5 chilies right now. That's how hot he is.
So I just want to run through the list. We don't have to do the reading. I do want to read Tillman's. We do want to read Tillman's because Larry lost his ever-living mind on Tillman's, saying that Doug's putting out, hate against Tillman. So we'll see. Although he is in the stock up, so we'll see what's what.
He is. And Weston McKennie, oh my God, if you watch that game, the last number of games with Weston McKennie, he's just fabulous, and he's getting to play CAM. He's getting to be upfield and in the scrap of things, and he's scoring. And I love watching
He's in and around the box. He's getting his opportunities finally.
I love Spalletti's version of Juventus. God, that I hate what's-his-face's version of Juventus. This is much better.
He's had 5 coaches, so pick your poison.
Allegri was atrocious to watch. That was horrible soccer. This is much more pleasurable to watch. And so we'll see.
Doug Douglas has a good point here. Skinny Weston is amazing.
He's been great. I
When
mean,
he's fit, he is up there.
You know what? And the difference is all his teammates are either looking for him, and none of them have any problem kicking him the ball, right? This is not like when you watch Pulisic at Chelsea and he's like, passing me the ball, and they don't pass him the ball. You're like, what the fuck? He's standing wide open, you know? So
I don't know if it was U.S. men's national team Rev that posted this or not, but somebody pulled up a comment from like 2022 bashing McKinney. And he's like, what do you got to say now, bro? You know? And people are like, you've kept a hold of a tweet from 2022. And he goes, I've got so many bookmarks that I just have to do a search for certain things, and I can pull them right up and pull them as receipts. So the guy responded and said, like, "Oh, this is a different McKinney than we had back in 2022."
Well,
so,
at least he admitted it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Larry in the comments. Larry, suck my dick. All right, let's move on.
What,
all right.
You don't. You're not Trevor Noah's boyfriend. Is that accurate?
Yeah. No, I'm not.
Okay.
He
made the comment on Twitter, so I wasn't 100% positive.
Well, Larry said a lot of things on Twitter, including things that were inaccurate. So, you know, but we did find out that when Larry was doing the long jump while he was in midair, some of the judges actually fucked him in the asshole while he was jumping.
I love how long it took Larry to catch it. It was like a day later. He was like, "Oh, I just got it."
Larry got fucked, as he said. All right, yes, he did. And I said the technical, you know, the ability to do that is just technically amazing. How did they pull that off? All right, Brendan Aronson, not so hot in the last game, but nor was anybody else for Leeds.
But his stock has gone up. He's been playing pretty well recently.
The only problem with that is you'll have the 2 or 3 dark Brendan games, and then you'll get 2 or 3 non-dark Brendan games.
I agree.
So
yeah.
I still want to see like 7, 8 strings of Brendan Aronson.
We need consistency. Come on.
Yes, yeah. Patrick Agyemang, we told you, people, and don't listen to TAC. It's not because the EFL sucks. We told you originally why Patrick Agyemang, being a physical specimen that he is, and being 6'6" or whatever the hell he is, that he was going to be a problem in the box for at least, especially the bottom 6, 7 teams in the EFL who suck and shouldn't even be in the EFL. They're just glorified League One teams. And we knew that he was going to. Now, I didn't know he's going to go into double figures, which is what it looks like he's going to do. I think I said 8 or 9 goals for the season. Then assists as well, but I didn't mention the number of assists. I don't think doesn't matter. Patrick Agyemang at 6'6" is just really hard to handle in the air in the box, and I think 6 out of his 9 goals are headers, and that's exactly what you would expect from a man of that, a mammal of that size in the EFL who's moderately to good. He's not a horrible player. He's not horrible. If he were horrible, he'd be playing in League One. All right. He's not horrible. And the EFL, at least outside of the bottom 6 teams, 7 teams, it's not horrible either. It's not a horrible league. Now, the bottom 6 teams usually suck. And they suck this year too. But the rest of the league's okay. It ranges from medium to pretty good. I think, you look at the top of the table with Middlesbrough and Coventry and the way they generally play this season, Coventry this weekend, they sucked. But, they have an off game occasionally too. So
I think it's pretty obvious, though, that his performance with Derby has leapfrogged his competition. And his competition being the other EFL strikers. Now, mind you, Haji's still in contention there, and you can make your arguments one way or the other. Where you fall on that is up to you. It's your preference.
He did not have a great game this weekend.
Obviously, Sarge is out of contention, not only because he's not playing in EFL right now, but because he's just hasn't produced for USMNT's national team enough for Poch to even worry about this.
Yep.
So Yes, I mean it's we have our two. We have the Ballo, you have the Pepi, and then after that it is up to the other two. You have Haji and you have Ajman at this point.
So once you get Balogun and Pepi on the roster, which is what you're going to get if they're both healthy, then it's about, hey, there's only one more spot. Haji or Ajman. That's going to be up to Poch.
Poison. Yep. And you have Ajman obviously in current good form, but I mean the last time Haji was with the U.S. men's national team, he got a brace. So
Yep.
Again,
So
it's tough. It's his decision.
Depends on Poch's memory and how he feels both players complement the team. And whether or not, I mean, listen, at 6'4" or 6'3", it's not like Aji Wright doesn't give you something in the box. He does as well.
Yeah.
But right now, it's Ajiman putting those headers away, okay? And if you need a goal and you're down a goal or you're tied with 5 minutes left and you're going to pound balls into the box and hoping somebody gets their head on it, I pick the 6'6" guy. I think that's what a lot of people would think. Not me personally, but I think that's what some might, I think they'll come to.
I think the big question is: are you going to be is Poch's team going to be relying on cross after cross after cross that you'd have to rely on the big guy, or again, Haji Wright is not much shorter than Patrick Ajman.
Just a couple inches, a few inches, yeah.
Pepe's good in the air still too.
Mm-hmm.
We'd have to rely on just that. I mean, so you have to look at the other aspects of Ajman's game. I mean, he does like to try to do what Balogun does and split the lines more so than anything, but he is good on the cross. So
been good in the air. All right. Damn, it's hard for Derek to say anything good about. Didn't I just spend the last 5 minutes saying he was good in the box?
You said he's in the EFL. We knew he was going to do it because he's physical.
He's a large mammal. Large mammals do good in the EFL. And I said he's not like a shitty. People are saying he's a shitty player. He's not a shitty player. He's not.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. We had this whole debate a couple shows back. But if you go back and really look at what Derek and I have really criticized Patrick on, it's been one thing and one thing only.
Falling over.
It's been falling over. And I said, Derek, you gave your prediction 8 or 9 goals, which it seems like obviously he's definitely going to be bypassing by all means. But I said, if there's any league that was going to toughen him up and make sure that he was going to stay on his feet, it's going to be the championship. And that's going to be a great league for him to go to.
He loses, as somebody else has pointed out, he does lose duels. And he is a bit clumsy. There is no doubt about that. But at the same time, you're looking at the positives. And the positive is he's 6'6". He's in the box, and he's a pretty good header, even though he missed the duels headers. A lot of them he doesn't win somehow, even though he's 6'6", which is crazy. But not as recently. That was more in the heart of the season. We'll see how that goes. Pooley will lobby for Haji. He certainly will. I don't think that Coach gives two shits what Pooley has to say about Haji.
This is the Berhalter's team.
This is not Berhalter. Poch would probably be offended if Pooley lobbied. He'd say, "What, you want to pick the team now? Are you the coach?" I guarantee you that's what Poch would say. I'm the coach.
Take Ajman over you. Well, you did say that.
No, Poch would say, I'm the coach.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said that during the Gold Cup, I think. That whole rant he had during that point. He's like, no, I don't know, I'm paraphrasing him. He may have said something different here, but it's like, I'm not a scarecrow. I'm not a whatever it was.
A statue,
whatever it was. Yeah, I'm the coach. I make the decisions. So,
yeah, no way that Poch even lobbies Poch. No way that Pooley lobbies Poch. No way.
No Kai Banks stocks are up, but will we give him a call up? That's the big question, right?
I think he will be there in March. I really do.
There we go. A mannequin. That was
a mannequin.
Mannequin. Thank you, Spider.
Yeah, a smaller statue. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. That is what he said. Mannequin. Good
Johnny
job.
Cardoso's stock is currently up.
All right. Well, okay. So he's played 2 games.
3. He started the last 3 games. But at the point of this article, he only started the last 2 games. So it's what Doug's going to talk about here.
He's playing well. So here's the problem, is that where he has never played well is for the U.S. men's national team. Ever. Not a single time. So I think, that's going to be on Poch. Is Poch going to say, okay, I'm going to give Johnny another shot. because he's playing really good for one of the best teams in Spain.
Okay.
Yeah, I would think he would give him another shot. That means somebody else got to sit down, whether that's Roldan or Berhalter. Somebody's not going to be there. Okay.
Neither of which are going to be, or they're actually by March friendlies, they'll probably be 2 games into their season.
Yeah.
So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he said, "Hey, I'm gonna let you stick it out with your club. I already know what you bring to the team, and we'll go from there."
Yeah.
Actually, he won't say any of that to the players he leaves on the roster because why would he at that point? According to Poch.
Exactly. Why does Larry think I have sucked Trevor Noah's penis or Don Lemon's penis?
I don't know. I don't know where the Trevor Noah thing came from, but he
Seems
said it today
weird
on Twitter. So I was like, "Oh, look at that! It might be real." I'll have to check with Derek on that one first.
No, I can confirm I have sucked neither of those men off.
That's fair. That's fair.
I've been that experience for me has been pretty limited, Larry. Limited to 0.
I was gonna say, you're leaving yourself open there, Derek. Come
on. Listen, people change. Maybe there's still a chance I might do that someday, but I doubt it.
You do you guys.
Hey man,
foodus.
Okay. Foodus. I got one word, foodus. All right. Tim Weah forward.
Tim Weah's stock is up.
Okay, this is the only one I'm kind of like, okay, he plays every game. He's had some good moments. Has he had an overall? Is this a consistent thing with Timmy Weah? No. In fact, is it a consistent thing with Marseille? No. Marseille has played some shit games this season. And Timmy Weah has been a part of it. And I watched the one this weekend. It kind of was like, yeah, I mean, Timmy Weah had some moments. He did. I'm not blown away by it, though. I'm still going with Dest at the World Cup at right wing back. It's just my personal opinion. Although Dest has had some questionable games lately, too. Let's be honest.
Well, I mean, you got to look at versatility too. Timmy's just not a wing back. He can play up. He can play up higher. He has played up higher for Poch, and he has scored from that left wing position, which is usually.
Well, I've got news for you, Brad. He's played wing back all season for Marseille.
That's
so.
Fine.
There you go.
I'm just saying he's not just. There you go. That doesn't make any point. Yes, he's currently playing as a wing back for his club. Cool. All I said was he doesn't just play wing back. So I'm not sure what you're arguing here.
So you're saying he's going to play one of the CAM roles?
He can. He has under Poch before. Yes.
I know, but I don't see it.
My point is,
you got Pulisic and Tillman.
That's fine. That's fine. He's got versatility. He can be an option off the bench, or he can start a different game. He can play multiple roles. That's all I'm saying. He can still play center forward. Yes.
I knew you were going to say that.
That's all I'm saying.
I thought I beat you to the punch.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm like, he can play multiple roles. Like, he's only played wingback for his club, Brett. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
I'm waiting for Weah to blow my balls off on multiple games in a row. Not a good game here. Then Marseille and the whole team sucked the next game. I want to see some consistency here. It's like back to Aronson for me personally. I want to see Dark Brennan every game. I don't want to tune in like I did this weekend and watch Leeds get their ass trounced 4-0. All right? I don't want to see that.
And I guess, the issue there could also be, and I know he's played wingback for a number of games for, obviously, Juve, and then he's played wingback. He played wing for, who was his club beforehand? Lille. He played wingback there. So it's not a new position to him.
No, it's not.
He's spent his entire life as a striker, and then he played more of a winger, and then he kind of got pushed back to wing back, which, whatever. But I'm like, it's not necessarily his go-to position, but he's playing it. So, I don't know.
Sure. Doug Douglas has a good one there for $2. You're crazy. Weston is our 10 now. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that Weston been playing, out of his mind lately. He has been great. We mentioned earlier, maybe before you got here, how much I'm enjoying watching Wes at Juventus and just watching Spalletti Juventus games. They're fun to watch. And
but Doug, we don't realize he's also played wingback for Juve recently too. So is he a wingback now? No,
there was a moment.
I'm joking.
There was a moment even in the last game where they moved him back to wingback for about 5 minutes as they adjusted formation. So they still force him back there on occasion. But I really like Wes as a CAM alongside of Pulisic. But it'll be up to Poch, guys, and I don't know what he's going to do. Poch really seemed to fall in love with Tillman, and seemed to like Reyna too. But he doesn't seem to have been as enthralled with Wes.
I think Wes has played that role.
There are lots of rumors, Brett, behind the scenes that he's not enthralled with Wes.
Wes has
not so much his play, his behavior.
Wes has played that position, that 10 role for him. He did it during the Nations League flameout, where he should have had at least 2 assists. So he's capable of playing down under post. But I'm trying to think of what would be the best lineup for us. And would Wes next to Adams or Tessman be a better option than having Pulisic and Tillman ahead of them or something like that? Something along those lines.
Yeah,
I don't know. And you utilize Wes's ability to lace those 40-yard change of point of attack balls, and he's still crashing the box. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you got Adams and or Tessman back there covering the back 3, you'd think that's enough safety that would allow McKennie as one of the dual center midfielders to be the more attacking-minded one. That's what you would think, but I guess we'll see. Tillman's hard to watch. I've tried, but goddamn, he was, Doug, extremely hard to watch up until the last 2 games. I've watched the 3 games before that, and I wanted to stick an ice pick in my fucking head. It was he was so much a ghost. It's like, is he even on the pitch? Is he playing? And then out of nowhere, boom, 2 games in a row where he's become a goal scorer and a threat and been really good.
Well, so I mean, how often did we have to say that about McKennie and Weah at Juve whenever they were playing? Not they were playing horrible by means, but Juve were just dreadful to watch.
Yes, yeah.
It was like, oh my god, this is a cure for insomnia.
But Leverkusen shouldn't be this bad. There's no reason for them to be as bad as they have been in moments this season in the Bundesliga, but they have been. Anyhow, Aiden Morris, yeah, I mean, listen.
You skipped Marky Mark.
Oh, Mark McKenzie, yeah, solid as a rock for Toulouse most of the season. Again this weekend. Aiden Morris, fantastic this weekend.
Hard to find a spot in his role though. I mean, that role is, as long as if everybody's healthy, man, that role is just getting deeper and deeper, and it's tough for somebody like Aiden to even crack.
Yeah, I agree. You got lots of competitors. So you got the Roldans and the Adamses and the Tessmans, and there's all kinds of and then you can bring Cardoso into the picture, and then that's the biggest. That's like the Warriors in the stadium battle, right? That's where somebody's not going to be there during the World Cup that a lot of people think should be and isn't going to make the team, whether it be a Berhalter being left out or a Roldan. If you're an MLS guy, for a fan of either of those 2 teams, especially, and then if you're a Cardosoite and if you're tacked and you've known the Cardoso family for a while, yeah, I mean, you want to see Cardoso get a chance because he's playing for Atletico fucking Madrid, and then
but there was also a time where we were like, why can't Malik Tillman duplicate what he's doing with his club, with the national team? And then it was an aha moment. It was during the Gold Cup era.
Yep.
During Gold Cup, all of a sudden it clicked, and then every window since he's played in, it's been like, yes, that's Tillman. That's what we wanted to see. Same thing with Cardoso, man. Maybe he has to find his aha moment. Maybe it's not this cycle, but I mean, he's definitely going to be. As long as he's continuing to play at a high level, he's going to be in the conversation.
Yeah. And then we got Ricardo Pepi. I don't know how his stock is up. His arm's broken.
Yeah. His stock is still up because obviously PSV doesn't want to sell him because they can't replace him, apparently, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
I wanted to read what they say about Malik Tillman here because Larry lost his mind when it came to this. He's like, they're trying to write Malik Tillman out. It's racism, that type of thing. So I want to see what they have to say here. You want to go?
Yeah, so what if Tillman hasn't scored for Leverkusen since November? Netting twice in any game in Europe's top club competition was bound to be looked on fondly by Poch and his staff The 22-year-old match-winning double qualified the German power for the Champions League knockout stage.
Okay. Larry's telling me it's the first paragraph of the entire article, not necessarily this. Okay. I'll pull it back up at the last second. We'll quickly run through it. Maybe, I don't know. Ricardo Pepi, like we said, his stock is going to be, I don't know if up is the term you want to utilize. It's where it's always been.
Yeah. I don't think that the $38 million offer by Fulham raises his stock. I'm sorry. They were the only
market value would be its raise, but
it certainly will raise your market value. But, and yeah. So I don't know when we want to get into this. Why not?
We'll get into that's the last topic of the conversation, Derek.
Oh, okay. Well, then we better skip this.
Oh no!
I'm about to go into it.
Hold a second. I think it's just I just get rid of this. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, you tickled my nut.
The whole point of me.
Hold on. Larry says he fucking implies Tillman is not a lock. I agree. That's absurd. That's absurd, Larry. No. He is a lock. I don't know how that's possible.
That's insane to think about.
Thinks that. Yeah.
It's insane to think about. I got rid of the article. The whole reason why I brought up the entire article, really, I didn't really care about the stock ups because I didn't disagree with many of them, if any, was the stock down. And there was only one that I looked at and like, okay, that's questionable. And he brings up Jedi as a stock down.
That's just so absurd.
He goes, I don't understand. Basically, the paragraph talking about it is like, hey, since coming back from injury, Fulham has played him every game, all game, no sub.
He's playing
and
good.
He's looking gassed. So his stock is down. I'm like, what the fuck am I reading here? That's a good thing.
That's an idiotic way of looking at that. And by the way, he was replaced. It's 65 minutes in, I think somewhere around there this weekend with Sessegnon. So all's good. So now he's getting a rest, Doug. Is that better? Like the fact that he's so essential that he's been playing 90 minutes after 90 minutes after 90 minutes in the best league in the world, that means his stock is down? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. No offense, Doug, if you see this. All right. I just think that doesn't make any sense, dude. Okay? Doesn't make any sense.
It was a dumb take, and I had to send it to you. I'm like, dude, what's happening here?
Well,
the whole reason I brought it up for that reason, but
especially since Doug has made more sense lately, right? That's just out of left field, man. That's going back to when Doug said weird shit, and you're just like, what? That's not even logical. That's not even logical to say that. That's a crazy thing to say. That's anti-logical. Okay, he's playing every game for 90 minutes because he's that important to Fulham, and they want to win games. And they don't want to be dropping down the table towards relegation or the fight for relegation, which, they'd have to lose a bunch of games for that to happen. But okay. Malik Tillman was the star of the show for a host of European-based U.S. men's national team players after the first round of the 25-26 UEFA Champions League wrapped up on Wednesday. It bodes well for securing a spot for the World Cup, but competition remains fierce to make Mauricio Pochettino's 20. I agree, Larry. That's horrible. I don't know what he's thinking there. It doesn't remain that fierce. I think it's very clearly Poch was salivating and pontificating over and saying how great Tillman was to have on the team.
Yeah.
So, there you go. I don't think it'd be completely illogical for Jedi and or Tillman to be anywhere near I don't know if they're going to make it. Like that's stock down would be.
It would for both players. For both players, it would have to take an injury.
Yep, it would.
Obviously, you can't call him an injury.
Now, if you say Reyna, that still is up in the air. It's
good. Is fiercer,
yeah. If you want to say Reyna's on the bubble, that makes more sense. He's not playing. Well, he's playing for a lesser team in the Bundesliga, and he doesn't play. And he's always injured. So there you go.
And we're going to bring that up, actually, because Stephen Goff has an article that addresses Reyna, comment that Poch made about Reyna. So we'll talk about that in a second.
Haven't Stephen Goff's articles, along with Shredder's article, been the best ones so far out there?
I think
in the last week and a half.
Those two, and I think Larry are the three that I will say that
Larry Henry?
Yeah, as far as the journalists are concerned, I like them
No,
all.
I agree. Those three are really good. And of course, we're a little biased. Obviously, we've had two of the three of them on our show.
Yeah.
And so we know them. But I mean, Stephen Goff just writes. I love the fact that Stephen Goff's like, no bullshit. Here's the information, dudes. All right. It's not, he doesn't riddle his articles with like all his personal fucking opinions. He's just like, here's the info and digest it. Okay. I like that. It's like, I'm not going to tell you who my little favorite is. No, it's hard to tell who Goff's rooting for, or Shredder. I don't know who they're rooting for. They're rooting for no one. They're just giving you the news. I like that. You can root based on how they report. Goff is a moron. Okay. All right. Everybody's got it.
Just to clear up the context there, you're reading from the chat.
Yes.
It sounded like you just came up with that. So Larry said.
Larry said Goff is a moron. He's not.
I don't want to get that getting clipped and tagged him. It's like, oh, here's Derek saying that Goff's an idiot.
He says Shredder is a genius, not a soccer genius, but a genius. Listen, I had a lot of close contact with Shredder. He's a pretty bright guy. He doesn't speak German. I know that much. But very smart. Not that you need to speak German to be smart.
He's very knowledgeable, especially at the youth levels here, and he covers the game well. I like him.
I like both of them. Yeah. I mean, listen, you have Goff or Shredder on your show. I mean, they're not comedians. Let's just be real honest. They're just going to give it.
Where are the clowns?
It's hard to clown with them, right?
Although it definitely benefits having the person clown back, but yes.
When we haven't had Goff on the new version of the show, we have had Shredder on.
That's true. Yeah.
But both of them they're pretty like to the point and factual. They're not little giggle farts by any means. They're not going to laugh around with you. All right. What else we got, Brett?
Ooh, next topic is one of our favorite topics.
Transfer news. Who's getting mounted on transfer news? Who's getting over on transfer news? Transfer news. Everyone loves that transfer news, but me. Whatever.
All right. Bayern Munich is in advanced talks to sign highly rated. I guess. I mean, he's
pretty highly rated. Yeah, he's thought of. Yeah, definitely well.
Pretty highly rated. Okay.
Yeah.
Youth national team winger Nimfasha Berchimas from Charlotte FC, per sources. Not done, but getting better. Berchimas 17 can't be registered in Germany until he's 18, so very likely some removed. Now, if he had a European relative, he could. He had one, but he doesn't. So he's going to have to wait like Josh Sargent until he's 18 to go there. I don't know about him ever playing for Bayern Munich, ever, but he could work that into a Richards scenario where he goes there and then, he plays for lesser teams eventually.
I mean, anytime you talk about a promising youth player getting picked up by a big team, you've got to add that little caveat saying, I don't necessarily see it happening, but it could lead to good things for him in the future. Like you
Absolutely.
said, Chris Richards is the prime example. But I mean, Bayern Munich definitely hasn't been the hotbed for U.S. men's national team talent to go to and succeed, especially even after them. So Richards really being the only Richards and Tillman, I guess. But
just to clarify, the long list of Americans who have gone to Bayern as youth players and never amounted to a fucking hill of beans is pretty long. Mm-hmm. So just keep that in mind. And that includes the more recent brothers who were there, or who is the kid at in Holland, Booths. I don't know, both the Booths are there, but one of the Booths was there.
They're both at Bayern at one point. One went to Leicester, and then Zach went to Leicester, and why am I spacing the other one? Taylor.
Yeah.
Taylor ended up going to Holland to Utrecht. And then that's also the funny thing, though, is that as far as the quality of the players who've gone to Bayern and have found success after Bayern's academy, Taylor is actually one of the top ones.
Out of the long list.
That's weird to think about if you really think about it.
Of Americans that have been youth players for Bayern's academies, there's still only one American, to my knowledge, that actually played as a Bayern player in a game, like a real game that counted, not a cup game. And I think that's Landon Donovan, believe it or not.
That was alone. I mean, it's tough to lump that into the group. He got brought in to play with the actual first team, whereas everybody else we're talking about got brought up to youth squads or.
That's true.
Academies.
That's true. That's true.
So,
I wasn't saying he was a youth player, but yeah, go ahead.
Richards is a clear-cut favorite as far as the top player who's succeeded from the Bayern system. I mean, not even youth system at that point. He came over as a youth, or still as an adult, but youth. Malik Tillman is probably the second, or maybe you want to say the next, or maybe the first one. I mean, you can make the argument.
Green, Tillman, Che's the most recent warning story. Just because you go to Bayern doesn't mean you're going to amount to anything. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, especially if you go in with Che's attitude, like, oh, I'm the best thing since sliced cheese. I've got no humility whatsoever. In fact, I aim to play for the German national team. I hope they're paying attention. Yeah, dude. Little less talk.
What's the youth player that brings up from time to time, Dundelli or something like that? Or
there's another kid that's a center back.
I'm fixing his name right now.
Yeah, I forgot it too.
But I mean, that's the thing. Hey, props to Berchimas if he goes, and hopefully he succeeds.
Yes.
I'm hoping he succeeds in the way that Richards does. Maybe he cracks the first team at some point in his life. I don't know, but doubtful. But still, I don't want to be too negative. I'm not the negative one on the podcast. So
no. I mean, listen, he could be fine, but then again, he could turn into a Musa, like somewhere adrift on a Italian team where he barely plays. By the way, he's not playing again. So there you go.
I mean, at least if Berchimas had Musa career, he would have at least been playing at a decent team in a top 3 league for a couple of years at least. So,
or he could get
it's not a bad career to have, quite frankly.
He could get stuck in MLS for the rest of his career after he's brief stint and just become who's the guy we always compare Musa to in MLS? Great career. Nagby. Listen, that'd be fine too. Listen, not everybody can have a marvelous career in Europe. It's just not the case. So I wouldn't get too excited. I wouldn't break out the lube or anything with Berchimas going if it is finalized with Bayern Munich. Just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't break out any lube. It's good news, but it's not lube news. All right. Breaking Serie A sides, Fiorentina and Lazio interested in making a late push for 27-year-old Celtic defender Austin Trusty, who's been playing really well. I will say that. Impressed by some of his recent performances for the Scottish side. Now, keep in mind, it is CCV's injury which forced their hand and made them play him on a regular basis and start him. And he's come on, and frankly, I think he's doing a really good job. I think he's doing better than even CCV did. So that's
weird. It's weird seeing that he's 27 years old.
Yeah, he's old.
Just coming on as a starter because of an injury at Celtic right now. Of course, he had his time at Sheffield. Sure, no doubt. But it's weird when I saw that. I was like, 27? He's really 27? I thought he was maybe like 24, 25. God.
Yeah, so... Anyhow, Larry's going nuts in the comments. All right, Julian Vivas for $4.99. What do you guys think of Gozo to Aston Villa or Atletico? I want him to play for USMNT national team senior team. He's Latter-day Saints, and that's important to me. Well, yeah, I mean, if that's what's important to you, that's what's important to you. I would say that hard to say. Again, 18-year-old player going to Europe. Good. It's an opportunity for him. But we all need to just continue to keep in mind how small the percentages are of making it out of that. Look at great example. Caleb Wiley. goes to Man City, right? It's Man City or Chelsea. Now I can't even remember. Either way, it's Man City, I believe. He's been on multiple loans, been injured 1,000 times, and just can't get a grip. Just can't get some regular playing time because he can't stay healthy. That shit can happen. But you can also be Taylor Booth, who maybe was hot at one point, had an injury, come back from it, and now he's just not playing like he used to.
Well, let's talk about Taylor Booth. He had an injury, he came back, started playing again, got an injury, came back, wasn't playing, got injured, came back, got injured, came back. It's not just one injury. Taylor Booth has had a litany of injuries.
So all I'm saying is you can root for a guy if you want. Now, Brett and I have long given up for rooting for players because we have an investment emotionally in them. Although that has on occasion still happened to us, but on a minor scale.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of us were rooting for Sargent. I don't think that's a doubt.
Okay. Well, let's pump the brakes because that's a completely different story. Because Sargent did go to Europe, has found success, and has fizzled with the U.S. men's national team. It's a bit different.
No. I'm not saying they're the same. I'm saying that, okay, for me personally then, I had a connection. So I had an emotional bias that I wanted him to do well. Same thing goes for Matthew Hoppe.
Hoppe is a better example here, yes.
Because of my connections, I wanted him to do well. Did they do well? I mean, at different levels, they both in the end are not going to make this World Cup team. I'm okay with that, and I'm ready to move on. But at the same time, I have never, ever, since, we go back to Zelalem, I have never allowed myself to get that emotionally invested in any player anymore. I can't do it. A, I've got to stay somewhat neutral for the show. And B, it kicked me in the balls last time I did it. And so I'm not doing it anymore. I'm staying realistic. I know how incredibly impossible it is for 99% of these players to ever become the next Pulisic, right? Or the next McKennie. It's really difficult. It is beyond the mind difficult. So keep that in mind as you root for players. Don't set yourself up for heartbreak. That's all I'm saying.
Like some unfortunate Twitter handles that are like Paredes fan club and stuff like that. I mean, you when you put all your hopes and dreams on one player, all it takes is a series of injuries and you're fucked. Fucked.
Yeah. I'm not saying you shouldn't like players and hope they do well.
I hope he goes to Europe and succeeds. I hope he does turn.
We all hope they do well, but I'm not emotionally investing myself in any young player. Sorry, I'm not going to do it.
I'll continue to root for you as you succeed, and not lament if you fail because I've never put that much stock into anybody at that point.
I'm not going to put my heart and soul into you. No, I'm going to hope you.
We've been burned too many times. Yeah,
been burned. Not going to do it.
There's nothing wrong with just saying, "Hey, I want to see what a player does at a big boy level."
Yep.
Not just at Real Salt Lake, but I want to see him do it at Real Salt Lake too, which he's done well there. Yep. But I want to see him do it at another step up, move up.
Yep, we'll see.
That's simple.
I am hoping Gozo isn't a bozo. All right. Per Sources Championship side, Middlesbrough submitted another bid for Arsene. That was never going to happen, by the way, which was rejected. The crew would like to keep Arsene until the summer. Of course they do. The 24-year-old wants to make a move to Europe, but this is another telltale sign. This is why you don't sign for MLS. You are locked in, and Columbus doesn't have to give you shit. You are fucked. Well, you may want to go to Europe, but you're not going.
Well, this is a good reason why switching over to the international schedule is better for players. Because this move in the summer would be during the off seasons for all teams, and more teams can be more willy-nilly to spend. But Columbus is looking at it this way. They're going, we got 6 more months. We still have time on his contract, and he's got a World Cup he's going to.
Yeah.
Ka-ching, 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 ka-ching.
Maybe Maybe he's going. We don't know that for 100%, but
I think it's pretty safe to say that he's going to.
Right now
Whether
that
he
he's
plays
going.
is a different story.
That's
but
correct.
He's definitely
Yeah.
going. Yeah.
There's a great chance he will go. By the way, Larry, please don't scare all the other commenters away by getting into that racist and little dick fanboy thing. Please. People, this is just Larry. This is how he is. He's not a mean guy. He's just, that's how he is. So for anybody new here, most of you know him. It's not that big of a deal. Most of you that know him know that's what Larry does. He's not like a bite your head off kind of dude. So don't worry about it. All right. But Larry, don't scare people.
Yeah,
all right.
We're an hour and 20 minutes in and we're still live on Instagram. That's weird.
That is weird.
Strange.
Huh. That is strange.
Let's jump back to this real quick. I gotta pull that over to the side. Okay, we just talked about Urston, and let's talk about his competition here.
Liverpool are once again back on the trail for Fulham. We covered this last show. For left back Anthony Robinson, Anfield Chiefs are said to view a partnership with Milos Kirkis and Robinson as the ideal long-term solution at left back. Yeah, well, they better get him now because he's going to be 30 soon. Not real soon, but soon enough. So if you want, he's got maybe 4 or 5 good years left in him. Jedi, maybe 6 if you're lucky. Yeah. So go get him now.
We'll eventually turn into a pretty decent center back. You know, I can't go up and down the pitch by any means, but
maybe.
His defense, his 1v1 defensive ability is pretty solid at this point. It wasn't his strength at the beginning of his career, especially with the U.S. men's national team, but
yeah, well, we'll see. Maria Lamique for research, Eric. I don't know who that is. I will write it down and I will check it out.
Indeed.
Maria Lamique. Is she like French?
I don't know, but I feel like you might be getting set up on a setup on this one.
I might be.
You're gonna pull it up, and it's gonna be a chick with a dick.
Yeah. Does she have boobs?
Hey, man.
It's a Fuda. Right? I don't know. I might be interested. All right, what do we got here?
Oh man.
All righty. Exclusive New York Red Bulls goalkeeper Ethan Horvath tells the Post he's balls are titillated and ready to write his own legacy in MLS. Okay, well, that's great.
And that's not a bad pickup for Bradley, right?
It's not a bad pickup. But
his goalkeeper will be pretty secure at that point.
Legacy.
We're gonna do a legacy? Come on. A little late in your career to start a quote-unquote legacy with the team.
I mean, that's like Matt Guzan coming back and playing for Atlanta and saying, I'm going to start a new legacy here in MLS. Don't do that. You weren't even up to Guzan's level. All
in
right?
Guzan's defense, though, he did play here for like 45 years at that point for Atlanta. And
he didn't create a legacy. Come on.
Well, that's the thing. You don't want to go into it saying, hey, I'm ready to start my legacy. At the end of your career, once Horvath's been here for like 12 years as a New York Red Bulls goalkeeper, then you can say, I'm glad to have left my legacy with New York Red Bulls or something like that. You know, no, you say that.
Yeah. Oh, Larry, it's going on. And we judge players now because they're black. You know, it's really honestly, it's really weird. I think when we talk about players. No, I just think really honestly, that's not when I'm thinking of the U.S. national team. I could give 2 shits.
Well, Larry said, Derek, you brought up Nagby, but he brought Nagby in a positive sense.
Yeah, it was positive.
Yeah, he said he could stay in MLS and have a successful career like Nagby. Could have had a successful career with the national team, but Nagby's like, hey, you know what? If I'm not going to play, this isn't worth it for me.
Larry, shut the fuck up. If you're going to be into this racist shit, then just go away somewhere. No, Nagby could have played anywhere in Europe, honestly. And we said that on the show before. You're too stupid to have heard it, then that's on you, Larry.
Played in very specific leagues, but I think he would have been really good there. But
I think he could have played almost anywhere in Europe. Julian Vivas.
Could he have played in the Prem?
I think he could have. Lower team, maybe.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Julian Vivas for $4.99. Do you think Poch doesn't want to recruit dual NAS because of Trump? No. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what do you guys think of all the threats to boycott the World Cup? I think they will come to nothing. It's still the World Cup, and in the end, everybody wants to play
It's
in
right
it.
here.
And,
It's right here.
yeah.
Talk.
Yeah, it's all yapping. It's not going to happen.
Now, you can sit there and there are prime reasons why you want to bitch about this World Cup. We've already done it, and we're going to cover a topic of similar topics that we covered already. But yeah, there's reasons to bitch about this World Cup. But anybody coming out and saying like, "Oh, we should boycott the World Cup," no, it's not going to happen, guys. FIFA would not be very happy with those federations, and there may be other issues occurring afterwards, quite frankly.
Yeah, I think that generally most of the talk of banning the world boycott, it's not happening. And then
it's generally speaking, it's politicians or heads of people just wanting to cause a stir. They're wanting to cause a stir, they want to virtue, and it's fine. Do you
outside of Nathaniel Brown, I can't really think of anybody right now. Noah Kai Banks has been recruited. It's done.
Well, he hasn't officially been capped.
Okay, that's fine. He's going to play for us, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, I wish we would have got Nathaniel Brown, but it's past. I don't think it has anything to do with Trump, though.
I would have liked to have kept Guti. That's a personal take on my part. Would he have cracked this World Cup? No, but I still think he could have been a pretty solid fucking player moving forward.
And what's the deal? Obed Vargas on his way to Atletico Madrid.
Yeah,
I mean, wow. If that works out, that'll be pretty amazing for him. But yeah, that might be one we do regret down the line. Missing out to him and Marek Tarovic. Right?
I mean, well, for the same reason too, missing out on the Olympic rosters because they were both part of our U20s, and I don't know about the U17. Yeah, Obed was part of our U17s too. No, so I don't know. I don't want to get into that. That I think both of those feel more like my heart was in a different spot.
Yeah.
Than this, because nobody's bailing. Nobody's really bailing because of the Olympics. That's such a stupid thing to bail on.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Mr. Danny says ban Larry. We don't typically ever ban Larry because this is what Larry does. But the racist stuff is getting a little ridiculous. All right.
Derek, how quickly news changes.
Fulham
as of February 1st at 4:30 p.m., Fabrizio said this.
He said it's agreed. Also, all agreed on the personal terms too. Final step needed. PSV looking for, that is the big one right there. Looking for a replacement, and you knew there was no way they're going to find one. And that's why I wrote you and said, you better wait on the headline.
Not even 12 hours later.
Yep.
Not even 12 hours later.
Called off because they could not find a replacement for Pepi.
So here's the thing. Everything was agreed for. They had 12 hours basically to make a decision. Not even 12 hours because I believe the deadline ended there, whatever midnight is for them or whatever it is. So they had very little time to make a move. Here's my thing. And I'm going to bring up Tom Boger on this front. Because he mentions it too. Ricardo Pepi is out for another month and a half while PSV holds a 17-point lead in the Eredivisie and are eliminated for the Champions League. Do you think PSV is going to drop 17-point lead at this point in the league?
You would think
without Pepi.
You would think with Ernie Stewart there in the administration, they wouldn't have been this selfish about it, but they were.
You could have. They could throw a center back at striker and they'd still score goals.
Well, they got Sabari. I mean,
I'm joking here, obviously, but my point is that I don't think that I don't think they were going to accept the move anyways. I think they're dragging their feet all the way up to the very end, and then
to boost his price.
And then the World Cup's right around the corner, and then the summer, then they're going to sell him. But the question is, how much more do you think Pepe's going to pull in over 38 mil? Do you think it's going to go that much higher? Let's say he goes to the World Cup and he plays. Do you think his value is going to go up much higher than 38 mil?
No, I think that was an amazing deal that they just lost out on. So they may end up regretting this, but boy, are they betting on Pepi, aren't they? They are seriously betting on Pepi being even more amazing than he's been so far. So if he has a great World Cup, maybe they're betting on that. It's hard to say because 38 million for Pepi was a pretty darn good deal. So
they've been bank off of what they paid for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What's this?
I did say how quickly news changes. Less than 24 hours and PSV pulls out. And he says, laughing Kermit says, Pussy couldn't handle a little water.
What is that?
I said, guy's doing something wrong then. Because
I don't know what that means.
Well, if you're doing it right, Derek, your pussy might be there might be a little bit of moisture there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. First name KY, last name Jelly. It sounds like a song I've heard. It's a decision PSV may turn out to extremely regret. Honestly. Yeah. So,
I mean, they could sit there, and I'd have to look up, find out how many more years they have Pepi for. I'm thinking 2020. I don't know why 2020 is sticking in my mind, but that's like a year for a lot of the players. And they could be sitting here going, well, if we don't get the 38 million again in the summer, then we have Pepi all season.
They might be looking long term because they're looking down the line saying, I don't know who else we can possibly buy. There aren't any aging Dutch center forwards we can sign. So
how do they not have a decent academy project
they don't.
that they could just bring up for this season? And again, you could throw any inexperienced striker in with PSV at this point, and they're going to score a goal or two here and there. It's going to happen.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. So, yeah, they could have just played Saibari at center forward the rest of the season and probably been fine. But, maybe they're looking long term. I'd really like to hear from Ernie Stewart on this one. I really would. What's going on, man?
With Pepi's injury history, how do you not have somebody in the woodwork that's an actual striker that's going to be able to chime in?
You can't go buy like an aging center forward somewhere out of Bundesliga to fill the spot. It's weird. Not right now, apparently, no. But to base the whole decision on whether or not you get a replacement, what do they want? They want exchange players with Fulham? Like, give us a center forward and we'll give you ours? Hard to say what they wanted, but that's pretty ridiculous. So
we talked about this earlier. Stephen Goff had an article talking about Pochettino's roster decisions and such. I don't know if you had specific things you wanted to bring up, but I glanced through the article and I came across one thing that I wanted to bring up.
What's that?
So, wait for it to load. Waiting. Bueller. So Pochettino, of course, would prefer to see both Tillman and Reina hitting their stride before the World Cup. Right now, only Tillman's raising his game. Talking about talking about Reina. He hasn't had consistency we would have expected, but he's a player without consistency of playing time who's come in the November and performed for us at a very good level in reference to Reina. It's a similar situation now. We're taking him into account for the decisions we'll make in the March and then the World Cup. So he's acknowledging that he's not really hitting his stride at the club level, but he has come in with the USMNT national team and done well.
Yeah, I mean, it's true, but at this point, he's not even playing at all. He's not even it's so
injured
frustrating.
right now, of course not.
I mean, I don't tune into any Mönchengladbach game anymore until I first check the lineup and see if he's even in it. I've seen Joe Scally play so many Gladbach games, I don't need to see anymore. I know who Joe Scally is.
And barring a game here or there, Scally's game's been very consistent with Gladbach over the years, and this season for that matter. So yeah, you don't necessarily, if your time's limited and you can only watch so many games in a weekend. Now you can watch more than I can at that point, but still, you have so many games that you need to watch that watching Scally another week isn't really a necessity. But seeing Gio come on for 30 minutes? Would be, for at least for those 30 minutes. But you want to kind of see how the team plays before Gio comes on and then watch him play and see how it changes or anything.
And it's pretty obvious from the Gladbach manager that he's not a starter. So, A, he's not healthy. Again, listen, you could be two things. Either you're not keeping your fitness up or you were born with a broken ass body. It's one of those two things. And if you're born with a broken ass body, this could go on and on and on and on. If it's it that he's not keeping himself fit, well, that's a whole nother issue, right? Then that's on Reyna. Or if he doesn't have the right physios around him, giving him the right advice based on his body model, which is what they talk about these days. Well, he's got this body model, so he should be doing this kind of training. And this guy's got this body model, and he should be doing this kind of training. Yeah, who knows what kind of advice he's getting. But whatever it is, it's super frustrating. And I'm kind of sick of turning on the TV on the weekend and knowing that I'm going to skip another Gladbach game because I don't need to see Scally play. There you go. Very frustrating.
Okay, now Derek, we've been having internet issues all day today. So why don't we give you a Yanks Abroad to cover?
Yeah, I can cover that. Why? What's going on?
Just I'm lagging here.
Oh, you're lagging?
Lagging. Yep.
All right. Well, on Friday, Kevin Lund went a whole 86 minutes for Culm in their win over the Kevin Paredes Wolfsburg. Did not play because Kevin Paredes came out, played a game, and then quickly jumped back into injury. Okay? So he's not even listed in the injury list. That's the other thing that's weird. Why is he not on the injury list for Wolfsburg? Bello went 90 minutes, got a goal and assist for Lask in Austria. Yeah, we don't talk much about Bello. But you know what? Lask is doing pretty good. And they got another American there named Adinaran who played 75, and he scored a bunch of goals this season for Lask too. But we forgot about them mostly. Bambi got a goal and a win for Derby in his 70 minutes. Hilton, Sunderland, and Pinnedath, all for Dordrecht in the second division in Holland. Hilton 26, Sunderland 65. Pinnedath never came off the bench. They did win the game. They sit 11th, so nowhere near the promotion zone. Jack de Vries now playing for Den Bosch in the second division as well, and Holland went 70 in a tie. Tillman, we already discussed, 83 minutes and a goal win. Aronson, 71, pretty mediocre minutes for Leeds. But again, everybody at Leeds was mediocre. Adams is injured. Weah, 80 minutes and a tie. Balogun, an assist. He came off injured in the 56th minute. Doesn't look too serious. Banks, 90 minutes and a win for Augsburg over Sands and St. Pauli. Sands played pretty good, actually. I watched that game this weekend. I thought he looked fine. 90 minutes in the loss. Leonard Maloney, 20 minutes in a win. I don't want to bite my tongue. I almost did. Leonard Maloney, 20 minutes in that win for Mainz. And that's about how much time he's going to get for the rest of the season, every game. Scally, 84 and a tie. Downs is injured. Man, I mean, has anybody had a greater downfall in the last year than Downs? Jesus. Whether it be injuries or poor play. Cardosa, 90 minutes in a tie. Reynolds, card accumulation, didn't play for Westerlo. Kelman is in the 18, didn't play for Charlton. Kelman managed to go from the without doubt starter for Charlton the beginning of the season to a guy that now writes fine for Charlton. So there you go. Horvath moved to the New York Red Bulls, so nothing there. Morris, 90 minutes and a win for Middlesbrough, we discussed earlier. Sargent banned. That was against Norwich. Norwich lost. Norwich back to losing versus Middlesbrough. DK in the 18 didn't play. Campbell did not even dress. No explanation. Haji Wright, 71 minutes for Coventry and a loss. Johan Gomez, 90 minutes for Braunschweig in a win. They sit 12th in Bundesliga 2. Dietz, card accumulation, didn't play. Green, injured for Greuther Fürth. They sit dead last in Bundesliga 2, Greuther Fürth. And they played against Tolkien. But guess what? Even though both Americans on Greuther Fürth didn't play, Greuther Fürth beat Tolkien and Holstein Kiel, who now sit 11th. Holstein Kiel, going into this season at 2 Bundesliga, were favored to bump right back up. Nope. So Tolkien's going to get stuck down there in 2 Bundesliga. Klinsmann, another loss and one of the lowest ratings you will see in a row, 2 in a row for him. In a loss for Cesena, they've dropped to 6th. In Serie B, Klinsmann not playing real well right now. Not good because right now he's fighting for that 3rd spot, goalkeeper spot on the U.S. men's national team call-up. Busio, a goal, 90 minutes, a win. I mean, Venezia are going right back up, and the main reason they're going to do so is Busio. Busio's been the guy they paid for because they paid a lot. He's one of the highest paid players on the team, and he's playing like it now.
The problem is you have to, once you get to Serie A, you need to, provide other options besides just Busio. Give them some
They're going to have to
support.
buy. Yeah,
So
they're going to have to buy, no doubt. And then Sunday Jedi, 71 and a loss. Richards, 90 minutes and a tie for Crystal Palace. The coach and the managers have given up on this team, but Crystal Palace still fighting to not, get involved in the bottom of the table. Testament, 90 minutes. They sit 4th, does Lyon, which is great. Testament's been a big reason for that. The manager said so. McKenzie, 90 minutes and a tie. Musa, in the 18 for Atalanta, back to riding Pine. Des, 71 minutes and a win for PSV. Trusty, red card accumulation, didn't play. Conrad for Quetta in the 2nd division in Spain. Did start, went 71 minutes, but they lost. Didn't score, didn't assist. And McKennie, 73 great, awesome minutes for Juventus in a goal and a win. And that's your weekend update. All right.
So
what
Dave,
else we got?
I mentioned that it was kind of weird, like an hour and 20 minutes in that we're still live on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I clicked on go live, it didn't click apparently. So we were never live during that time period.
Never?
Good news is though, Derek, we're live on Instagram now, and they're going to be here for the Weah topic.
Oh, great. All right. You are freezing a little there. Okay, let's see how this goes.
I came home and he's like, internet's been going in and out all day. I'm like, oh, that sucks.
That sucks, yeah.
All right, so let's talk about Timmy Weah while we're talking about it, So apparently Timmy said something that that Poch did not agree with. We're going to cover this. I'm going to show the quote by Timmy, and then we'll talk about what Poch said. So if you have to chime in on anything what Timmy says, don't dive into what Poch said just yet, okay?
All right.
So, you got that?
Yeah, it is too expensive, the 25-year-old told La Dauphine. Football should still be enjoyed by everyone. It is the most popular sport. The World Cup will be good, but it will be more of a show. I'm just a bit disappointed by the ticket prices. Lots of real fans will miss matches. Now, that's fairly innocuous. Fairly innocuous.
We've said much the same, just a little more explicitive, if you will.
Yep.
These prices are fucking ridiculous. We said that. He's saying,
no.
it's too expensive. It's a shame. People are going to miss out on this World Cup. It's going to be a spectacle, but not for the fans.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty I don't know. It's not like an indictment. He's just saying, those are my 2 cents. And I don't think he went on and on and on about it. That was it. 2 sentences and he was done.
It's not like he's saying, fuck you, FIFA, and fuck U.S. men's national or USSF for going along with this garbage and stuff like that. No, this is a pretty, not
innocuous.
But it's very much hey, I'm disappointed. It's not cool.
Yeah, it's a nothing burger.
Yeah, and it should have been a nothing burger. And to go off of his top or what he's talking about with the ticket prices, so we posted this. And this is World Cup ticket prices adjusted for inflation. And
Yeah.
I mean, you can look at the group stage and stuff like that, and those have all been fluctuating opinions. Look at hey, it's 60, which is the lowest of lows, I guess. We're actually on the low end deal on that, guys. Come on, we should be pretty happy, right?
Guess so.
But yeah, I mean, it's gone up over the years, but it's been pretty consistent going up-ish, kind of sort of, I guess. It's been pretty consistent up until this World Cup. That's pretty safe to say. However, the key is the final is just the most ridiculous thing in the world.
Yeah.
All ticket prices are. Combine that with all the other stuff that's going on there. This World Cup is like Timmy said, it's a spectacle basically. It's not the World Cup for the fans of the game to actually watch. It's like the Super Bowl where there's a portion of the fan base that are for the teams, and then there's a bunch of celebrities and minor celebrities and YouTubers that are there too.
Yep.
So
all right.
I agree with Timmy on that front. So let's see what Poch has to say.
USMNT head coach Mauricio Pochettino responds to Tim Weah's comments on expensive World Cup tickets, saying it's not his job, nor that of his players, to evaluate or weigh in on price of tickets for this World Cup. First of all, I think players need to talk on the pitch, playing football, not outside it. It's not his duty to evaluate the price of the tickets, no. And then also my job, my duty to prepare the team, the U.S. men's national team, in the best way to perform. We are not politicians. We are sports people that can only talk about our job. And I think FIFA does something or takes some decision. They know why. And it is their responsibility to explain why. But it's not about it. It's not about us to provide our opinion, our responsibility to play and perform on the pitch. And then the people that is in charge of the federation, maybe he can give his opinion. But I am the head coach of the federation. I think for sure you need the media to ask directly to FIFA. And for sure you're going to receive very good answer. But no, it's not up to us to shush this type of thing. We need to be focusing in the sports world, trust the organization that's in charge of the soccer or football around the world, and they're going to do the right things. Oh, yeah, just trust them to do the right things. All right. So you're not allowed to have an opinion. And I saw some other people put up other things like, hey, man, just focus on the World Cup, focus on the play. That's all we need to do. Don't get involved in these discussions because we just need to focus on winning the World Cup games. And had he said that, I would have been fine with Poch saying that. Absolutely fine with it. But that's not what he said.
I think this is an issue where Poch says more than what he means to be saying. Because I looked at this and I said, well, I took into context of what this is where I'm playing devil's advocate. I took into context of what Poch has said over the course of his tenure so far, and trying to corral this team, get him in the right mindset, get him to focus on this front. And basically, my take from this is Poch is saying, yeah, we need to focus. You guys need to focus your game on the pitch. I need to focus as the manager. Let FIFA focus as FIFA. It's their organization. It's their thing. Focus on the team, and let's play in the World Cup. I mean, he's not. He's giving an opinion right now, because if we're going to say, if he's saying that, well, Weah, you don't deserve to have an opinion, then Poch is sitting here giving an opinion about Weah not having an opinion. It's kind of counterintuitive there.
I mean, the idea that we're just supposed to trust FIFA and the organization's running it to do the right thing is ridiculous, number one. Number two, I don't think Weah invested a lot of energy in that comment.
Oh, no, he didn't. I agree.
I think Weah's just like, you ask me, I'm going to give you 2 sentences, and then I'm done. It's not like he went on a fucking full paragraph rant about it or anything like that. He did not. So I think Weah's allowed to have an opinion on it, and I don't think it's going to distract him that much from the fact that he's focused on doing the best he can at the World Cup, which is exactly what he's going to do. I don't really think you need to tell him to shut up. I think he could have said, listen, I understand where Timmy's coming from, but I do think that the players from here on out just need to focus on one thing, and that's the World Cup. And I think from that, on the field stuff is what we need to focus on. So I would seriously recommend to all the players that they just stay out of the discussion on tickets. Let the media handle that. And that would have been fine, and it would have been over.
The only difference between what you literally just said and what Poch said is that you said Timmy's fine to have an opinion on this, and then you went into the exact same thing that he just said in these last 3 paragraphs. You basically, what you're saying is that he shouldn't have thrown Timmy under the bus. And I'll agree with you on that.
He should have said, but it's not about us to provide our opinion.
But yeah, again, basically what you said was the exact same thing that Poch said, except for that you're basically saying he shouldn't have thrown Weah under the bus.
And he shouldn't have said that Timmy's not allowed to have an opinion.
Yeah.
Or provide an opinion. So I'm just saying.
Well, you say, well, he shouldn't be allowed to provide an opinion, but then you went on to saying that, well, maybe the team shouldn't provide opinions, is what you just said.
No, what I said is, listen, I understand Timmy has an opinion on this, and that's fine. However, I would suggest going forward, the rest of the team
not have an opinion. I agree.
Not have one. Well,
yeah.
No,
okay.
no, I wouldn't have put it that way. I would have said the rest. I think I would suggest the rest of the team. The only thing we need to focus on right now is the World Cup and the play on the field. We cannot get distracted by anything else. That's what I would have preferred, he said, instead of telling Weah he doesn't get to have an opinion.
No, well, you said Weah, it's cool you had an opinion, but from now on, I think the team shouldn't have an opinion, is what you just said.
Yes.
Okay, then why is it okay for Weah to have the opinion if you're saying the team shouldn't have an opinion?
Because what he's saying there, and this is just good 101 media work, is I'm fine with what Weah said, and I understand what he's saying. However, I do think going forward, we need to just focus on play on the field. That's it. I would never have said he's not allowed to have an opinion. He shouldn't give his opinion.
You're saying, Weah, I accept that you have an opinion on the matter, but from now on, you shouldn't say anything.
It's semantics. Yes. It's all semantics in media. And that way you're not throwing Timmy under the bus. That way you're just saying, listen, Timmy gets to have an opinion, but I would suggest to the rest of the team going forward that we stay out of that because we need to focus on what's going on the pitch. That's how I would have said it differently. And I think that allows Timmy to have an opinion and that it'd be okay that he has one, but suggesting to everybody else going forward that we need to not worry about that because A, there's nothing we can do about it. All right. And B, we got a big responsibility on the pitch coming forward. Although, if you really ask me, I would say Tim Weah and the rest of the team is absolutely capable of walking and chewing gum. I think that all these players can have an opinion about the ticket prices and yet still go to the World Cup and perform. This is not that massive of a distraction.
Well, it'd be like, hey, we don't want to be making a mountain out of a molehill as a whole, but I mean, Timmy coming out and giving 2 sentences to explain his take on it, perfectly fine. Let's not cause let's not grandstand and make a mountain out of this.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to make a mountain of something, let's make a mountain out of performing in the World Cup. This is his opinion, perfectly okay to have. And again, 99.99% of the fans out there agree with Weah.
As someone who ran various organizations as an executive, etc., I would just say that there are ways to answer questions that don't throw anyone under the bus, and yet suggest to the rest of others going forward that this is how we need to focus. I think Burrell wouldn't have said a word. I think he would have been like, I support Timmy's comments. He's absolutely going to have any opinion he wants. But I do think that Poch is kind of tightening things up. I don't think this is a huge distraction, though, and it is not a distraction for even Timothy Weah. I think he knows what his job is when he gets to the World Cup. So I just don't think it's that big of a deal, and I don't think this is people getting involved in politics. This is just like, hey, prices are too high. And I feel bad about that. And it's kind of disappointing. That's all.
Do you think it's possible more of a concern of the commentary that's going to come from having? Well, it's fine to have the opinion, but the commentary that then soon follows, of whether positive or negative, whether it's social media or the media, and you have constant barrage of this. And Poch is like, I don't even deal with this shit. Let's just, this it's fine. We're moving on. Let's not talk about this shit. That basically is what it should have been, but.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that he's probably thinking, Poch, like, okay, that seems like an innocent comment, but that could get blown up into something else and taken out of context and or just blown up in period and into something that it's not, and end up being a distraction once the World Cup happens. You're going to have all these press and media people going, oh, well, the price of the tickets for this game are fucking $900 a seat. Timmy, you said earlier 4 months ago before the World Cup that was really frustrating for you. How do you feel now? Yeah, you want to avoid that. Maybe that's what he's thinking about, going, like, thinking further into the future. And if that's the case, that's fine. And that's why you do it the way I said to do it, which is to say, listen, I'm fine with Timmy having an opinion, but I do think going forward, the only thing we need to be focused on are the games and the play on the pitch. And if you have that opinion, that is fine. But I think in order for us to focus on the game, we don't want to be distracted about anything else about the World Cup. So I would suggest that players, while welcome to their opinion, keep it to themselves going forward. And I think that would have worked. Well, he's not saying you can't say it. I would just suggesting you not get involved in that.
We've talked about this before, and obviously I know English is his second language, but he is fluent in it. But we've talked about it a number of times where a question gets asked and he says more than what he intends to.
Yes.
And then if you really start breaking it down, you're just like, why is he saying that? Why is he saying this? Why is he saying that? Well, you have to look at the overall arching point, because he says, hey, let FIFA handle FIFA matters. Let the media question them about that shit. We're going to focus on the game. That's that. Yeah, that's basically what the whole point of this is. It's I mean, unfortunately, in the crosshairs, he did throw him under the bus. But I mean, that's all. I think it's just he said too much.
I think BMR makes the best point here. In the end, this is all a giant nothing burger. Yep.
I don't know, man. You go on next, man. It is everywhere.
It is.
You had a
Herc
and his
Shaq.
Thank you.
Shaka. So yeah, you did have two people taking different sides on this, and Carly Lloyd taking another side, like pro Poch side. So yeah, I mean, there are different opinions, but I do think in the end that it's probably going to be nothing. There's a better way to handle it verbally, where neither side gets mad at you if you're Poch, right? You're like, yeah, I get it. I get what Weah is saying, but I just think, we just gotta stop talking about that, because we got a lot of shit on the pitch to focus on. So I just don't want to get even the smallest distraction. I don't even want to get involved with that. Yeah. That's what he should have said. I hate the part where he says we need to trust FIFA.
Well, I mean, the problem is he just finally at the right fucking time of his cycle had started reeling everybody in and saying, oh, we're no longer this part of this circus over here. We're going to be back here. We're going to play as a team, fight as a team, and all this stuff. We're finally getting good results. And he's looking at. I'm putting my mind in his mind, and he's like, "This is just something we don't need. We don't need it."
But what's the FIFA part, Brett? We need to trust FIFA.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
He did say that. I'm sorry.
I can't argue that, but I guess my take on that would be it's FIFA's tournament. Let FIFA do FIFA things.
No.
And then the media. No, here's the thing. Well, the media can question. The media is going to question. I mean, it's just like any event, quite frankly.
I would have never said trust FIFA. That's what he said.
I would never say trust FIFA either. I agree with you on that.
So that was a completely fucking ridiculous comment. I'm sorry. That was poor media work. I would have said, listen, we all have our own criticisms about lots of things going into this World Cup. I would never have said we need to trust FIFA and the organization putting this together to do the right thing. What the fuck? No, I do not trust them to do the right thing. That's a stupid comment. Why do you sound so naive? Okay, so no, that was horrible. Horrible.
Junior Boy says, is Hurt coming on just a pipe dream at this point?
No,
I mean,
no,
it's
not.
It's all scheduling conflicts, and Derek and I have jobs and that conflict with his schedule.
His show is on right now. The same time our show's on. No, it doesn't work.
A lot of times we'd have to make things work, which is why like when Tacton has them on, it's always recorded, and they probably do it early in the day as well.
Yeah, you have to do it early in the morning, and it's got to be recorded, and we wanted him to come on live. So we're going to have to wait for either his show to be canceled, which would be horrible, or, for them to reschedule their show to a different time. Right
Quit
now.
your jobs is the solution, clearly. Spider Zlatan says, if you can't trust FIFA, a non-profit organization, who can you trust?
Oh, non-profits doesn't mean shit, dude. The whole non-profit thing.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
Yeah, exactly. It does. Yeah, as he says in the joke, it's no. Non-profit means nothing. Non-profit doesn't mean anything. People are making money. Trust me.
Oh yeah, I have plenty of nonprofits out there where the CEO, the top heads of the boards and stuff are making 7 figures, 8 figures at some places. It's fucking ridiculous. Call it nonprofit. It's hysterical. It's hysterical.
Yeah, salaries are salaries. All right, what else we got? Is that it?
That's all.
Okay, here it is at 10:17. We are done. Thank you to all of you who came out tonight. We will be back next Monday. Look for a midweek show, maybe, if we can come up with a topic. We will do one, not live. It'll be recorded.
We've got the World Cups we can still do. World Cup groups.
Oh, yeah, we'll be doing all the groups. So we've done E and C so far. Go check those out. All right, that's it. We'll be back on Monday. And have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon.
That hurt.
Blowjobs are a no for me.
It is a skill. It is a practice skill. It is a necessary skill.
The secret to a great blowjob is saliva, saliva, saliva.
It's important for us to learn from this because I think we lose because we beat ourselves.
You need to swallow it too.
I understand the problem here.
The people don't understand esophagus is the main player of the game.
Try to stay away from it as much as I can.
You can start by licking the dip.
I didn't understand it, but
Patrick Agyemang to Bambi or a new